Hello everybody and welcome to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 47. How you doing? Hello. I'm KSW, your host, and with me we have Slicer.
We're awake this week.
Supposedly. How long it took you to answer. Yeah. Zero.
Hello, people of the world. I'm here, and reasonably more awake than normal.
It was creepy how chippy you were until you just immediately fell back into zero patterns of speech.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah.
Sort of always tapers off a little bit as you start talking. You're trying though. It's good.
Yeah, I can do it. I can be chipper.
And Kenchi.
Hello, I'm Kenchi618. And Kenchi618 doesn't do what Kenchi618 does for Kenchi618. Kenchi618 does what Kenchi618 does because Kenchi618 is Kenchi618.
I thought you were going to end that for America, but I guess not.
No. Why would I do it for America?
Because patriotism. You commie.
Patriotism? Commie.
I'm trying to remember what the quote's from, and I can't remember.
Well, I'm just gonna leave it a mystery until you figure it out.
I'm never gonna figure it out. Alright. So, as usual, we're starting with what we're doing. So, what are we doing? Zero. Why not?
Alright, so last Friday, after I finished recording and everything and whatnot, I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy. And I like that movie. It's a very good movie.
I'll be seeing it tomorrow, so shut your hole.
I'm just going to comment generally about it, because, like, the plot is kind of not, like, the most complex whatever, but the characters are...
it's a pretty generic hero-villain story.
But the characters are fantastic, and it's a lot of fun. It's a very fun movie. You gotta go in there, you're wanting to have fun, you know?
That's always kind of been Marvel's main draw, though. I mean, their plots aren't exactly complicated. It's the characters that are driving it.
Yeah, this one's pretty much billed as a superhero comedy.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like the shitty spoof ones, like Superhero Movie or whatever. The really, really bad ones.
This one
I thought
works.
those are pretty funny, actually.
What? We're not friends anymore.
It's the stupidest crap, but I actually kind of like it.
This movie works out very well. It's funny, it's entertaining. I had a blast watching it. Also, my cousin, my autistic cousin, and my uncle came over to visit last weekend. That was fun. Don't go upstairs, we told him. You know what he did for the entirety of the time he was here?
Went upstairs?
Yeah. There's one point when he was at my brother's door, not like pounding on it and just like screaming at my brother because he wanted my brother to come downstairs because he's like, if I can't be upstairs, then nobody can be upstairs.
Huh. Why couldn't he be upstairs again?
Because that's where we had all the video games and stuff and breakable stuff and...
Oh, I see. Alright.
Yeah. It's also where I hid my swords.
Right.
Okay. So, to clarify, because I admit every time you refer to him just immediately as your autistic cousin, I get a little bit uncomfortable. You mean, like, not basically socially competent and knows what's going on most of the time. You mean has some issues, kind of
I mean that...
thing.
Okay, I just don't want to refer to him by name, so that's why I call him that. Because...
Okay, your cousin would work equally well for that, but
yeah,
sure.
I feel like that needs some clarification, because he actually is autistic. You know, my cousin.
We gathered that.
Yeah, but he's getting better. You know, it's just he's had a lot of. He kind of like my uncle isn't the best at taking care of him because my uncle just recently went through a divorce, and my aunt always took care of him.
Right.
So it's just been tough on their side, and my uncle just lets him eat however much sugar he wants. And it's like, oh, he doesn't drink milk, he drinks chocolate milk. Like, so that was exciting. Also this week, I, again, worked a lot. I would try to get back into writing for a little bit, and then I accidentally lost the work that I'd accumulated for a chapter. Just some.
How
Some of it, but
how?
it was just, so I was writing in like a program like using the internet because I was using the fanfiction doc manager because
Yes, you do,
I don't
for
have
whatever
Microsoft
reason.
Word anymore,
OpenOffice is free.
and so I have an extension in Google Chrome. I didn't realize that if you push F4, it activates, and it's panic button, so it shuts all your tabs. So
Well, I'm gonna avoid that button
keep pressing.
forever.
I'm gonna go back through and change it before I start writing again. Change what the automatic setting thing is, but that was kind of upsetting.
Or just turn it off. Turning it off seems more reasonable solution when you write on the internet rather than in an actual program. Why, this sounds like it would be a good opportunity for you to try to, start writing in an actual program for writing rather than...
Well, I sometimes use Google Drive, and that saves everything automatically, so that's actually far superior.
I'm pretty sure OpenOffice actually saves regularly.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as you have an actual save file.
It auto saves
Google
and it's
Drive
got
does
a
the same.
document recovery thing. It doesn't always work, but it's fairly reliable.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to try some new things, though. Also, this week in D&D, my character died.
Aw.
For the first time. Like, we've been doing pretty good at not dying. We've made it pretty far without dying. Any characters
What do you
dying.
mean for the first time? Isn't this your character that suicide bombed himself?
No, that was another campaign.
Oh, okay.
Also, that's not
Although my
specifically
character did-
suicidal. It doesn't always kill you.
He would have survived
Yeah,
if I still had. He would have
technicalities.
survived if I didn't lose my character sheet. It's a funny thing.
What, did you burn that up too?
No, I lost it, and then I'm like, oh well, I guess he died.
Symbolic thing. If your character sheet can't survive it, then neither can your character.
I guess I don't. He was at like -5. He was gonna bleed out. I mean, we had a cleric that could probably reached him in time, but no. But my character died, so now I'm actually making a new one, and for the first time, we actually have a character that's actually a dedicated mage. Because in my one campaign, it was just I was the fighter, then we had a ranger and an assassin. So yeah, now we're
Mages
actually getting
certainly
a
help,
mage, and I'm
I
gonna
noticed.
yeah.
Mm.
Freaking lightning
Bah.
bolt, lightning bolt.
Everyone should just be a knight and just be done with it. Everyone should just be melee and be done with it, Melee is the best.
I did melee, and then I
There's
died.
there's nothing like a good old fashioned Zerg rush.
Mages
I
in
want everything
D&D
to
feel
die
like they
in
have
front of me.
always been kind of broken.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Mages get to nuke the world before any other class does.
I've never had the chance. I've never played as a real mage before, so this is gonna be fun.
Are you playing as an actual mage or a sorcerer? Are you playing 3.5 or 4?
I'm playing 2.
2?
Yeah, wizard.
Jesus. Way back in the Wayback Machine, okay.
Little modified version. We've got some modifications that we made. Like we added in some feats and stuff.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a 2 sort of homebrew, but it's mainly 2.
Wayback Machine. Thaco and shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Thaco. So there's that. And I can't think of anything else that I really did this week that was really noteworthy, because working.
Right.
It's fun, isn't it?
I really want to quit my job now. I want to work somewhere else. I don't want to work at KFC anymore.
You're the prince of KFC.
I don't want to work there anymore. I don't want to work at KFC anymore.
You're the prodigal son.
I don't want to work at KFC anymore.
No, he's not the prodigal son yet. He's the prodigal son when he leaves and goes back because no one else will hire him.
Yeah,
No. I don't want to, no. I'm tired of KFC. I don't want to work there
You'll be
anymore.
like, Father,
In
I've
fairness,
returned.
you're probably tired of it because you've been working extra hours because you've been away from college, right?
There's a lot of reasons. I don't want to go into them in detail, but I just don't want to work there anymore. I'm going to go
I hate
find a
both
job
of you, by the way.
as a game tester. Why?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Go
I
find
can't
a
even
job.
find a job, and you're talking about getting sick of yours. Oh,
Mm.
right.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not that far behind Zero with really not wanting to work in fast food, and I haven't even done it. So,
Yeah.
I made myself a promise that I would never work in food-related industry ever, because I've seen what people do to those people, and I'm not the one to take that. So, I would get fired.
Not without getting
So,
fired for your retaliation, no.
Yeah.
yeah, I can't cook, and I'm afraid of fire, so working in any kind of food industry is, like, really dumb idea for me, so,
Fire bad.
fire bad.
Yeah, when you jump back on that game that you're doing, Zero, make sure that you put that in, that Casey has a weakness to not only light, but fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
That too.
yeah. Yeah, I gotta start that again. Alright. So Casey's weaknesses will be allowed in fire. I need to come up with a premise for that
Do you
game.
keep notes for that, by the way?
Like an actual premise. What?
Do you keep
No,
I
it's
notes
thought the
for that,
premise
by the way?
I thought the premise that we were getting our skull back.
I don't keep, I've not been keeping any notes for it. Well, yeah, 50, yeah, get the skull back, but,
God damn. It's an old joke, I forgot about that.
oh,
Yeah.
you need something slightly more recent.
Or just something that's actually going to stand up to it, you know? An
Mhm.
overall thing. I mean, the skull can maybe be like your first quest or something.
I think I'll have Robo Slicer be the main antagonist. There we go.
Great.
He shares our eardrums at the beginning of every recording, so there we go.
I still have no idea what's causing that.
Alright, next.
That's not
person.
really Robo Slicer, by the way. That's more like blow out your fucking speakers, Slicer, because his mic is broken.
I'm gonna blame it on Robo
See,
Slicer.
that happened when I had a new mic as well, so it might just be the kind of mic. But
Or his
you
audio
guys
in is
use
broken.
These ones too.
I use a freaking Blue Yeti, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now,
What are you using, Slicer?
X12 Turtle Beaches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I used to use those.
Yeah, I missed that headset.
Alright.
Using the fucking Razer Krakens, and after using these for so long, I can give a pretty solid review for them. Don't use them when it's hot. Like, ever. Because
Mm.
they will suction to your fucking ears, and it will give you a headache.
That's usually a good
Not
thing, by
pleasant.
the way.
Alright.
What, them suctioning to your ears?
That's supposed to happen. Blocks out
No.
all outside noise.
Not in this case, when you try and pull them off, it actually makes the suction cup sound, and it's like,
Okay. Yeah, that might be a bit much.
yeah. It's not pleasant. It's not good. So, it's cold, sure, go for it. But generally speaking, I think the Turtle Beaches are much better, just more comfortable. So.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Right. That was
Anything
a
else,
little off
Zero?
topic, but
No, that's it, pretty much.
Alright, Ken, why not?
Okay, I'm gonna start off with some sad news for myself.
Oh.
My car, my beautiful car, that's been my car for, let's see, how many years? 8 years. It's officially dead and gone.
Oh.
It'll take $1,500 to fix it, and I
Ah.
paid $2,000 for it in the first place. It's not worth it. So
no, it's not.
it makes me sad inside, but sometimes you gotta let it go.
Anyone want to do the Frozen song?
No.
I never watched
Go
that
for
movie,
it.
and I never will.
Yeah.
It's actually a
I
good
don't know it
movie. I
either.
don't know why you wouldn't.
I watched the How It Should Have Ended, where the Frozen girl joined the X-Men.
Okay, I think half of the joke from those videos is like, you watch the original film first.
Pretty much,
I don't
yeah.
care.
Okay. Yeah.
Zero can comprehend the jokes without even watching the source content.
I actually can, because everything is technically the same. As everything
Yeah,
else.
whenever I consider watching Frozen or any film like that, I just think, I kind of want to watch Wreck-It Ralph again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually what ends up happening, because that's a great film.
You know Wreck-It Ralph?
I think I still
2
have that
is
on my
supposed
hard
to have
drive, actually.
Mario in it. They're making a
What'd you
Wreck-It
say,
Ralph 2, and it's gonna have Mario from Super Mario Bros. In it.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. It's gonna be like
What
a main
other
character,
Mario would there
apparently.
be? The Resident Plumber?
It could be Mario from Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, they could be that guy.
It's a me, Mario. Oh, wait. The other one did that too. I forgot about that.
I wonder if we're actually gonna get that joke.
Yeah.
By the way, I think Zangief was my favorite character in that film.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Utterly fantastic performance.
Break a man's skull between his thighs like sparrow egg. Anyway. So, who are we talking about? Oh yeah, Ken.
Hmm?
Your car's broken.
Yes, it's broken. Fortunately, I have another car in my backyard that I could use as long as I pay for the stuff for it. I gotta get it put over in my name because it's my granddad's car, and he died a few years ago, so we've had it for a while. And it's mine. It can be mine. I just have to pay for all the stuff for it, which is much less than paying $1,500 to get to the belt in my damn car. Which is
If
what
it's just the
problem is.
licensing and stuff, then yeah, it'd be significantly less.
Yeah, because my car, whoever designed my car is an asswipe. Because they made everything vital to the car so difficult to get to that you have to take everything out just to reach it. It's off. My brother's car isn't like that, and got the same. It's the same make and only different by 1 year. It's 1 year off model, and it pisses me off because my car is so awesome. It had a sunroof and everything. What 16-year-old had a sunroof for their first car?
Well,
Yeah,
my
mine.
first
mine
car
did.
had a moonroof.
Fuck you guys.
I crashed my car within the first 4 weeks I had it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's a pretty common story for teenagers.
I never even crashed my car. I never even been in an accident. Cause I'm awesome.
I was in a 3-car accident.
Did you cause it?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
1 inch. 1 inch. What if I was hit at 1 inch? 1 inch closer to me, I would have probably been dead or paralyzed. But nope. I was lucky enough to live. Didn't have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, story of your life. Zero's rich and has accidents that he doesn't suffer the consequences for.
No.
Everything's coming up zero.
Stop saying that.
I'm taking Zero to Vegas with me.
It happened at the school park, like as I was leaving the school parking lot, and I got hit by like freaking like a van, and I just slid across the road and got hit like 2 more times.
Jeez.
And then, well, my car was just totaled. I have the Ford thing from my car. I took it from the wreckage as a memento, and I think they have a sign in the parking lot now that says no left turns. Seriously.
Does it have an addendum like it's no left turns? Seriously.
No.
Zero. Don't do it. No, not here.
Zero makes it so that his school has to put up signs or something that you can't get on the roof. And he also
Oh
made
god,
it so
that was Zero as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
and he also is the cause of the reason that no one can turn left at his school anymore.
I
At
made
least in that particular way.
I made them change the fence.
You
I
make
made
them
them put
change.
this-
You've altered your school.
Yeah.
You cause physical change. That's actually impressive.
It is.
Doing it once is impressive enough.
I don't think impressive is quite the right word, but we'll go with that.
It's the nicest version of what it should be that I can say. This isn't even about me anymore. I had nothing else going on except my car died this week. But
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
How does that apply in this situation?
If I didn't climb up
It
there,
doesn't.
then I wouldn't have the experience of telling you guys that I'm up there. I mean,
what did you gain?
I gained an experience and a story to tell.
You've
And I
never been
lost
on a roof?
nothing.
If you hadn't turned left, you wouldn't have nearly died. No.
If he hadn't have turned left, he would have never learned what bullet time felt like.
Surprisingly fast, apparently.
Yeah, I think it's different in a car accident because it's kind of so fast. It's not like slow down.
I remember thinking as I got out of that car accident, I remember thinking I should probably put my foot on the brake.
Did you?
Yeah, but I was already crashed up against the side of the road.
It's like somebody putting their car in park after an accident.
Oh my god, did you do that?
Maybe.
Yes. This is awesome.
Did you put on the handbrake too, just in case?
No. Nobody got hurt out of that. I mean, one old dude kind of like got a little whiplash, but nobody got hurt.
Well, silver lining. You learned something and no one got hurt.
Much.
It was a
Badly.
pretty awesome car, though. It had Bluetooth and everything. Yeah. I like my new car better, though. It's bigger.
Anyway. So, Slicer.
Yeah. So, sort of a uneventful week for the most part, but one of our cats is getting really thin. We don't really know why. He's having trouble eating. It seems he doesn't
worm?
like the food we got. We changed foods and he doesn't like it very much. He's not normally picky, so it might be something he's actually allergic to. So we've been giving him catnip and letting the munchies take care of the rest and give him some chicken or something. We give him alternate food. Don't force him to eat the food he doesn't want to. But so yeah, our cats have been stoned out of their minds for a few days now. So,
You know those movies where they have the animals talk and everything?
mhm.
I feel like if that was a movie, it would be they'd just be like, you know, I'm just imagining with like catnip just like sitting on the couch like, dude, dude.
He's
got
not a
the
There
relaxed.
should be
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
cat
person.
equivalent. There should be a cat equivalent Cheech and Chong movie, something like that. Or fuck, I can't remember what a modern.
Grandma's
Harold
Boy.
and Kumar. Yeah, there you go. That's a modern
That's it.
one.
And normally our
There should be one of
cats
those for
are
cats.
scared of the cars and stuff, which is great. It means they're not gonna get run over, which would suck. But so they like sprint at our cars when we get home, like not underneath them, but yeah. Okay, something is playing. Audio, whatever. Anyway, so that's been
I don't hear it.
interesting. I've been trying Source Filmmaker. Finally, I got enough models and stuff like that. I didn't have a table, and that kind of put a damper on what I was making for the very first thing. So I actually ended up using a plane, just like the wings of a plane as a table. Yeah. Posing in Source Filmmaker is very easy. Just yeah. Animated stuff, not so much. Okay, can you guys actually hear this or anything?
Yes.
Me?
Yes,
Okay.
we can hear.
You guys
We
weren't
can see
saying
nothing.
anything, and all I can hear is the audio from whatever is making audio on my computer, and I thought it was like overlapping.
We
Anyway,
are the watchers. Except we listen, so we're the listeners.
Oh god.
so
Check your audio
posing
mixer,
is
by the way.
easy enough. It's not getting picked up by the Audacity.
No, your speaker's audio mixer. Be able to tell
Oh,
where it's
that
coming
thing.
from.
Hold on, you may want to.
So,
I'm not sure if this will warrant technical difficulties music or not.
No, we'll just vamp for a second. So,
I learned how to do something, guys.
okay.
Okay.
I know
What's
how
that?
to make GIFs now. I can make a GIF.
What, seriously?
Yeah, or alter a current GIF. I like on like Smashboards. I made like I took a GIF and I made it into a personal GIF with like a name and like yeah. And I
That feels like it should be common knowledge, but isn't.
yeah, it's like it's not that hard either. You just if you get Photoshop, you just there's like an option to look in the timeline and you can just move like every frame around and like do stuff there. I mean, it takes a while if you have a lot of frames, but like there's a bunch of inside jokes surrounding this, but I'll link you guys to the GIF I made. Cause
All right.
basically,
I would appreciate knowing how to do that because I don't actually. I just have an
Uh,
AVI file.
I'm sure there's dozens of online tutorials and stuff.
because we were doing
Yeah, probably.
this whole thing on this Smashboard social combo where we did the
Shit.
Dwarf Patrol, because Ganondorf. And
I just started Chrome by accident. Great.
Oh,
Thanks,
dear.
Zero.
I didn't mean to. But it's 21 frames long, which is surprisingly difficult. Took me like 2 hours.
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
I thought it's a bunch of inside jokes wrapped into one.
You should make a
For
GIF
what, your
of
D&D group or
Kuretsuchi's
something,
head
or-
coming up instead of a sunrise.
I'm actually gonna make that later today. The Kurasuchi's son praise
Right.
the sun thing? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Kind of needs to be done, but I kind of wish you wouldn't do that. We'll get to that when we do Bleach.
It's easier to make GIFs when you have like video, because then you can just, or you have an or because like you just take a couple seconds and that's all the frames you need, really. Freaking, I just took an existing GIF and altered it, but still, it's hard to do that because you have to make everything perfect for every frame, and you have to combine the layers together, and it's just a pain in the butt. I really like, hats off to the people who make all those awesome GIFs on the internet. You guys are cool.
Yeah.
So,
I've noticed
Slicer,
once
you
you
were
start
saying
trying
something
to
about
do
something.
things, it's easy. Yeah, for like the 4th time, posing stuff is easy. Like, you get the models in the shot, load the map, make them move however you want. And if you want to make porn, you just attach a penis somewhere. There you go. That's it. And yeah, animating is much more difficult. Like, I made one second
stop
of
you for
animation, and it took me like 4 hours.
Just 1 second, please.
What?
All you need to do is attach a penis.
Great, yeah.
You went
Chrome
robot
just
on that
decided to
one
start
word,
up.
and it sounded like T-Pain was singing to me.
No one else is gonna know why you stopped him.
No, but it was hilarious.
It might have actually picked up on the audio. I don't know.
No, because it's audio. I don't know what the technical term is, artifacting or something. It's stuttering because of the
alright.
connection. So it wouldn't catch it, but that was great.
Alright, Chrome finally
I might
closed,
actually
so
have
it
to
shouldn't
find the
happen
time
again.
code in the recording just to. Alright, it's around 33 minutes in the Pamela recording. I'm going to make a note of that so I can add it at the end of the recording. So, 33 minutes. Pamela. Penis.
And you heard like 6 E's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be good. Yeah.
May I continue now?
Yes, you may continue. Sorry about that.
Alright. Yeah, 1 second of
Penis.
animation took 3 or 4 hours. That was an ordeal, I suppose. And then I couldn't figure out how to fucking save it. I spent like 20 minutes just trying. I didn't want to save the whole 15-minute clip, which is like how much you can make. But so yeah, I had to look up a few tutorials for that, and most of them didn't answer my questions. I've noticed the tutorials for Source
Yeah,
Filmmaker
when you
kind of
like-
suck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you're making a GIF, you are going frame by frame, which it's like, and you have to like say you want to put sunglasses on a character in a GIF, right? You have to go through every frame and add in sunglasses, and you have to, and like, you want those glasses to be the same size, right? Well, that means you would have to naturally like take the sunglasses, put them in Photoshop, scale them down, and then just copy and paste them to get a ton of them, and then you add them into each individual picture, basically. Actually,
So, like, for example, the ones where you're dropping sunglasses onto a character's eyes, like from the top of the screen down to where the eyes are.
actually,
common
never
thing.
mind. There's one thing I forgot. Once you place a picture, by the way, you can't move it afterwards. When you drag and drop it like that, and that's the only way I can find to import pictures. So you put in sunglasses. You have to manually insert the sunglasses every frame at the exact distance you want.
It's kind of
The
dumb.
exact size, yeah. So
I'm sure there's
there are some
probably an
tricks
easier
to,
way.
to get it.
But yeah.
I'm sure there is, but I am very inexperienced, and I know how to Photoshop a little, but I can't do GIFs very good yet.
Right.
Alright. Who else hasn't gone?
Me.
I
Is
still
Slicer
have
done?
stuff. No.
Go for it, Slicer.
I just keep getting interrupted. But yeah, after taking a break from that for a while, most of my week has been filled up with just watching stuff on YouTube. I don't always have time to watch the stuff I get in my inbox, so I actually have nearly 600 emails of videos that I have not watched. I'm down to 380, and that's only taken a few days, so Yeah, it's. I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to my YouTube feed thing, but it's probably been pretty packed lately.
55 updates in the like 8 hours that I was asleep. So
Yeah. Yeah. But that's my week.
Hmm.
My tailbone hurts.
all right,
I've been sitting a lot.
just a nice addendum for that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What has been going on? Finished Dark Souls for the first time. Yay!
Hooray.
Yay!
Actually, that's kind of, it's like a major gaming milestone. You finish a Dark Souls game. That's,
Well, yeah.
Game of cred going on there.
Finish Demon Souls, then we'll talk.
But,
I still haven't beat that one.
Fuck off. I don't want to play a PS3 game. Shitty.
Fuck you.
PC Master Race, motherfucker.
Fuck you. I play what people give me games for. And someone's getting me Far Cry 4, so I'm all on that.
You have weirdly generous friends.
I know, right?
I say that, but I also gave you like 3 games, so.
I know, right?
You did,
Yeah, so I beat Dark Souls, and I was pretty evil through the whole thing. Because I did the supposed good guy ending, which I see as evil, so, that was my logic. But, in beating Dark Souls, I also did something I never thought I would do. I beat Slicer to something in Dark Souls.
Yeah, barely.
See, barely my arse. The DLC for Dark Souls, called Artorias of the Abyss. By the way, that's probably the best DLC I have ever played. All the bosses are great, all the enemies are great. It captures the feel of the original game. It's all amazing and stuff. It's great.
That's pretty great, yeah.
It fills in a lot of the blanks, some of which I wish hadn't been filled, but whatever. It kind of made the ambiguity of the 2 endings in the original game kind of bullshit. Because now the ending that I thought was right is being portrayed as clearly very wrong for arbitrary reasons. But whatever. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I beat Slicer because it turns out he had never beaten the final boss of that DLC in New Game.
In New Game. I beat
straight
it in
New
New
Game.
Game Plus. Ass. Splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah. But you hadn't done it. I did. You didn't. Thus,
And by the time I got my character
I
strong
win.
enough to do that, I'd completely forgotten about Manus.
ha ha, ha 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 ha. So it turns out I'm better than Slicer at Dark Souls. This is
Yeah, sure you are.
an interesting revelation, but I'm not opposed to it. It's a nice feeling, It's good.
Invade him. Invade him and murder him.
I would love to. That'd be great.
It does have a dueling thing. Can we actually choose opponents in that?
No.
Damn.
You go on and hope you
Oh, well.
get the right person, pretty much. Dark Souls 2 is a little better because you can use the
well,
rings.
see, I
but,
tried.
Yeah.
I tried, and Slicer says he's too much of a bitch to do it, so
Yeah.
that's how I interpreted that explanation anyway. He's scared of me and my newfound prowess.
Oh god, you're gonna
So
be one of
sad.
those kinds of guys. See, that entire soliloquy we just went on is one of the main reasons I never let my cousins win even a round of anything. Ever. That's why my family doesn't play games with me. Because if I let them win, then they'll do that. And I'm not sitting through that. When you didn't earn it. If you earn it, that's fine. If there's an actual reason for your gloating, that's fine.
Hey, I fucking did it and he didn't. That's
Now
gloat-worthy.
beat it in New Game Plus.
I'm
When
pretty
you
sure-
beat
Yeah.
that, we'll be even.
Fair enough.
Not in skill
just
level,
have to,
clearly.
like,
I mean,
rush
that
to
boss
that because
fight
it won't-
specifically. We'll be clear at fighting that guy.
Did you go past the level cap for it?
I have no idea what the level cap for that
You know,
is.
the soft level cap. 125 is the PvP level cap, and I'm pretty much sticking to that. So,
I have no idea. I've never paid attention to caps like that.
So
on,
probably.
like, yeah, probably.
In that case, probably. So, if I beat it at the level cap, then that means I beat him twice.
Wait, what?
Slicer, I mean. I beat Slicer twice.
Oh, okay.
Because it's also something you haven't done. I like the sound of that.
Just go beat Artorias level 1, use a club, nothing wearing, no armor. There you go.
I do have a dagger character still. I could
Nah, that
just do
sounds like a
that.
pointless challenge. Why would I do that? There's no point.
So what else you been up to?
Yeah, what else you got?
Not much. I played a hell of a lot of Dark Souls, obviously. I mean, fucking finished that game, but there's manga, a dojin actually, for Dark Souls. It's called Priscilla, with an exclamation
Oh,
point.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Just fucking the half dragon lady from the Painted World, and she's all nice and friendly and sort of anime-esque. Nice girl character, and then her minions, which are the fucking half bird people and the fucking half corpse of the undead dragon, and they're all friendly and good guys, and the bone wheels and
No, don't make me feel bad about killing them all.
You should feel bad about killing them all. I did it, and I had to explain it away as being the evil playthrough.
I don't care about the minions. I
did it.
I can't kill Priscilla. I can't do it.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
I did it.
I like her.
First,
What was it that I
monster.
called her? I think it was the inexplicably fuzzy.
Half
Dragon
dragon
lady.
lady? Yeah.
first
Yeah.
time through, I killed her.
Yeah.
But you know what?
There's no need for it.
You know what? It probably wasn't worth it.
Well, no, you
Could've
make a
gotten the same
dagger.
amount
What
of souls
character
from,
uses
like, 10
daggers
minutes of
aside from mine?
Farming, so.
I mean, that was a pretty awesome weapon you could get. Sort of.
Yeah. Only if you're gonna use it, though, and otherwise, what's the point? And I was a katana build. I didn't need fucking daggers.
Hmm.
I think
Hell,
you can
daggers
actually
were
make
weak
a
swords by
katana
the time
as
I
well.
actually got
Or not a
around that.
katana, a scythe. But I don't know if they're any good in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, you
Terrible,
can.
too. I know that.
The Life Hunt Scythe. I feel sad now.
Yeah.
You should.
Gosh darn it. Alright. Do you have anything else, Casey, or should we move on to Bleach?
I killed Quelaag's sister, too.
No! That's too far.
Also, the Anolondo fire keeper. but
Whatever.
She's kind of a bitch, so.
Yeah.
That one's okay. But not Quelaag's sister. She was really kind of nice.
Actually, I killed her twice, that Anolondo one. The first time because, fuck it, I wanted a Firekeeper soul. Second time because I killed Gwendolyn. And then Guinevere, technically, sort of. But if you do that, she will come and find you in Anolondo no matter where you are.
Yeah, she'll invade you.
As in... Not even that, she'll just fucking straight up run up to you. Like, as a person, and she will find you wherever you are, like, even on the steps of, the main castle, cathedral, whatever it's called.
No, the thing is, when
Like
you're in
where
Twilight and Orlando,
Ornstein
you don't get
Smaug are?
messages of people invading you. So she does load in like that. It's just, yeah.
It was pretty awesome, though. But yeah, I killed her then, too. I really do like the, dark Anolondo thing, by the way. That's a really cool effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, everything's completely dark and creepy looking, and all the enemies are gone because they were all illusions, and they're replaced by the little... It's basically like the Forest Hunters. So it's just like regular character builds. It's really cool.
I never actually did Dark and
They also
Orlando.
fucking kicked my ass the first time I went there, but, you know. Sorry, Zero.
I never actually made it to. I never made Orlando Dark. Never.
Orlando.
And Orlando. Orlando.
Okay.
Mike, shut
Orlando.
up. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning, but it's still 8 o'clock in the morning.
Fair enough.
I've never stuck around when I
Alright.
did that.
Alright.
Really weird.
Uh,
Yeah,
So-
I think that's everything.
okay.
The Priscilla manga is really entertaining in a really dumb kind of way.
Yeah.
Like she tries to get everyone to play hide and seek and then immediately turns invisible. You're like, oh no, where'd she go? Oh, you can see the footprints. Step, step, step. Doom. Oh no, she fell.
Yeah,
It's really dumb, but it's funny dumb. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I recommend that if you've played Dark Souls and like that character, or if you didn't like that character, it'll make you like her and not want to kill her anymore, which is good because you're a dick for killing her.
You'll understand
I really
why people
didn't
call
want
them
to.
her their waifu.
God, that fucking term. The waifu thing is really weird, by the way.
Yeah,
It
a little bit.
is.
Oh well. So, Bleach. We're on to the manga recap thing, by the way.
Call
the
it what it is. Stop trying to come up with the name for it.
Yeah.
Manga analysis.
yes. Thank you, Zero. The manga analysis. That's
goddamn
what we're doing.
Zero.
Yeah. Like it. All right.
I
So,
almost had him just accepting it. But you had to keep up his little illusions of grandeur.
delusions
Alright, let me
of
open the page
originality.
here.
Thank you. But yeah. So,
So, I'm gonna go first off on the one I'm looking at for Bleach. Page 4 has that same sort of picture that I commented on before with Burnerfinger guy.
oh yeah,
It's
Only there's
colored
no
though,
finger.
and he's got his hand in like a fist. So
yeah, it's a fist.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this person watches, listens to the podcast.
I feel like he does.
Yeah. I
I'm gonna
noted
need
the
a
same
link to
thing,
that,
but
'cause
yeah,
mine
that's
doesn't
a
have that
fist
picture.
now.
I just linked it
No, alright.
right there. So we start off, Captain Hitsugaya. Oh my gosh, you're Zambambo. Or Zimbini. We got empty hollow eyes, but not actual hollow eyes, because you're not a hollow.
Yeah, that's confusing terminology, but that might be an English thing rather than a...
Yeah. And he's like, I'll use keto against him, and then like, Ikaku's like, you stupid, you think you can stop this guy with keto? I mean, I think
Apparently
it's been
not.
established that you're either the like amazing with keto, or it's really weak sauce. And it's slowly becoming more and more irrelevant. And by that I mean it was totally irrelevant
Pretty
from the beginning.
much.
In fairness, Hitsugaya is pretty much credited as being something of a master of everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, even zombified, he would recognize that immediately and go, nope.
Yeah, Ikaku's like, no, lost my leg.
Also, Stoic Hitsugaya is badass. I just want to
Oh
say.
yeah.
Hmm.
He's just kicking ass.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And he's just like, you're dead, down.
Yeah, so, Ikaku's leg gets frozen,
Yeah.
and, yeah, that's... Well, he got lucky, I suppose. I mean, it's not like he could die in the next page or anything.
Stabbed.
Yeah. That's just brutal. Just straight stab when he's laying on the
So you just-
ground.
Okay. Okay. If this sticks, I will forgive Bleach. Whole thing. Completely wipe the slate clean. If this sticks, that's awesome that they actually played that card.
But that he actually died.
You know what?
I would love
I
that.
bet they're going to live. I bet
Sorry?
they're both going to live, and Hitsugaya is going to turn back to normal.
Yeah, that's what we've come to expect from Bleach. But if they let it stick, if I still hold out hope for the few good chapters that we've seen during this fucking analysis. Yeah. I'm hoping. I really am.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, you made him into a zombie before he died. What? Okay, cool. And
Yeah, that's apparently how it works in this one. That if they're a zombie before they died, then they have no control.
they have no free will.
And they're mindless.
But if they're a zombie after they die, they have free will and what?
Even though they're
No,
already
it's
dead.
not free will. They have control of their actions, so they're a threat as opposed to just a mindless thing.
Well, see, that mindless thing just kicked everyone's asses, so,
He's not mindless, so that's the point.
And then Kurosuchi on the next page after
Oh,
talking about
God.
that, the best
Oh,
freaking
God.
face.
Oh, God. Oh, dear Lord.
That's like
drawing
the most.
drawing him has to be awesome because, especially now, because his shit looks so simple to draw, but
Like, that's the most trolling face ever, and I love it.
That's horrifying. This is why we can't do praise the sun jokes anymore. I don't want to praise the sun when it looks like that.
you would praise the sun if it looked like that.
No, I wouldn't.
You would have to.
That's creepy as fuck.
That face.
And then Zombie
yes.
Man. Yeah. Then Zombie Man, who's really a person, girl, man thing.
We don't know.
Zombie Man who likes to think that he's a girl, but is really a man. It's
Yeah, I think they're trying to portray him/her as a habitual liar or something.
well, I'm not a sadist myself, so I really.
Yeah, even though proving himself a sadist earlier in the arc. Yeah.
And then Charlotte Gihorn comes and he's like, "Hey, I'm glad I got you as my opponent," and he loses.
And bisected.
Pretty much.
And then Kuroshi's like, I'm just gonna leave you there. I'm not even gonna try to make you better, because screw you didn't listen to me. And okay, this is a weird line. Now, even though I prefer being covered in flesh and muscle rather than skin. What does he mean by that? Like, he'd rather not have skin and just be flesh and muscle?
I think that's the same issue with the
I think it's missing a
cross-dresser.
word.
We're missing a lot of the Japanese subtext, and then we just don't. There might be something there that we
Yeah.
don't
I think-
get.
I think it might just be missing a word. Now, even though I prefer them being covered in flesh and muscle rather than skin.
Alright.
Because he's talking about test subjects, so it feels like he's talking about test subjects. And he would prefer them to be covered in flesh and muscle. So he wants his subjects to be skinned alive first. Is what it feels like, but I could be wrong.
That would
I don't
fit his
know.
character, I suppose, yeah.
And then he's talking about, hey, Kitsugaya, I got a bunch of drugs I'd love to try out on you. Thick as Serite.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in quotes. Why is that in quotes?
because it's
Is it
his
all
entire
for the sake of
character.
the
He's an
Sarate?
evil scientist, but he can do whatever he wants because he's one of the good guys.
Yeah.
Hmm. Weird. Also, did they really have time to dress up Hitsugaya in the fucking Vandenreich uniform? It's even got a little pin
Apparently.
on it with the.
Well, he looks
Mm.
great, so
We
I mean,
can't
it was
send
worth
that,
the
like,
effort.
It was. He's looking fucking pimping. He's it's fucking great. So,
Maybe they had him do it himself.
but they had one in the right size. I mean,
I'm sure they got like 20 extra uniforms from all the dead people there are.
there aren't that many dead Quincy's.
Yeah, it's mostly the Shinigami that are dying in droves here.
There's like at least one or two though. Like dead Quincy. Here, oh, by the way, here's a little pin you can put on your nice little uniform.
Yeah. So, that was Bleach 592, and since Ken's temporarily been dropped from the call... Oh, is he back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, okay. So that was Bleach 592. And I guess that means...
Before we do
Yeah.
that, who else is...
I guess...
just to stall this a little longer, who else is rooting for Hitsugaya
Yes,
in this
distract
fight?
us.
Because I really want him to win and just cut Kurasuchi to pieces. Slowly.
I don't want Kurasuchi to die though. He's so much fun.
I think whoever loses, we all lose. Because we're losing either a really great anti-villain or a badass. And that's not a nice thing to lose either way.
Yeah.
You feel sad a little bit either way.
No matter how the fight turns out, we all lose.
I really just want to know what happened to Matsumoto. Because, I mean, yeah. Her fate is still undetermined as far as I know.
A lot of characters' fates are still undetermined. Alright, Naruto.
Naruto.
Can't think of anything to
6,
stall
8,
any further,
8.
so-
Someone specifically called out wanting us to talk about this, and I'll admit, something in this chapter made me genuinely want to stop doing this segment.
Yeah, pretty much.
It pissed me off that badly.
I know what it
just wanted-
is. Let's just get to it.
Okay.
Should we go through this page by page just to understand it, or at least try, or...
Page by page. Okay, so page 2 has some pretty cool artwork. It's fucking Kabuto in this snaky form. It's pretty cool. Credit to
Sage Dragon mode, or whatever it is.
Belusin DeviantArt. Yeah, you can look that up if you want to. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then we got the standard fare Sasuke Naruto shot. Fucking, yeah, they're fucking...
To be expected at
Yeah.
this point.
It's good artwork, but still.
I kind of wish those were at the
And now
end
we're
of the
back with
chapters.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
rather than a preface. Yeah, that's not really
Yeah.
appropriate.
Alright.
Whatever.
First,
So, back with Rin and Obito. And you might be wondering, why are we back with Rin and Obito? These characters are dead. They should
Yeah.
be out of the story by now.
they should have been out of the story last chapter.
When they had the big curtain
Yeah.
call moment.
Yeah. But, no, we have a nice moment with those two, and it's very nice. And then, Rin, would you please wait for me just a little bit longer? 'Cause I have to pull some plot shit out of my arse.
No, look.
'Cause
Listen,
that
Obito
That one
is
other
trying to
character
get
on
laid
Team
here,
7
and he
that doesn't
want
have
Kakashi to
superpowers?
interrupt. That's the entire point of this. If you look at it like that, it gets much
yeah.
better.
yeah,
I don't want
Yeah.
to ruin everything by bringing him here.
no more cockblock Kakashi, so yeah. Yeah. But that...
And he literally called out his lower than Sakura status in the next line. Right now, he's just propped up planted in the middle of the field, not capable of doing anything, just like his namesake. He's truly become a scarecrow.
Oh,
Yeah. Burn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically saying, hey, one of the characters in Team 7 still doesn't have superpowers.
So let's go give him superpowers.
Pretty much. See, next
Okay, also, I
page.
still really like Rin because she seems like a really nice character, so...
Yeah. She seems
Yeah.
pretty okay.
Oh, she's adorable with little, hiding her laughter things. Oh, it's cute.
Then the ghost of Obita's chakra comes.
Ghost of Sharingan.
This fucking thing. This fucking thing. Okay, I have a list of the fucking Sharingan powers right now. I wrote them all down from memory so that we can do this fucking thing, alright? So, to date,
Let's start from the lowest. Let's start from the most base. Do you have them in
the
order?
Sharingan can predict movement. It can cast illusions. It can cast a time dilation illusion. It can create flames as hot as the sun that never go out.
They last
It
7
can
days,
create
actually.
near impenetrable armor and a sword that cuts through almost anything.
That was
It can.
the sword was Itachi's thing. That's not something I
Yeah, that
already
was
has.
just for Itachi's thing. That's not. That's
It
not.
was
the
a
offer.
Sharingan. It counts
All right.
as the flames thing, and I'm still going. It can make you invulnerable, and it can counter that invulnerability, and it can teleport you wherever you want, even between dimensions. And it basically lets you come back from the dead.
Pretty much. Well, no,
Ah!
it lets you visit the head of, like, inside the mind of
Yes,
your
whatever,
friend or
but I
something.
didn't know this at the time. I thought, oh, he's gonna... And this was the point where I wanted to just stop doing this, because no. If it really did let you come back from the dead, I would have just said, no, we're not doing this segment anymore. This is so much bullshit, it's not even worth analyzing as a story anymore.
Pretty
Because they're
much.
just pulling things out of their asses.
In D&D when my character died, I was just like, just let him die, right? And we're like, we can, you could technically bring him back as this and this because we don't have a form of resurrection in that game. Like, no, I'm just gonna let that character die. I'm gonna start a new character. Because it's sometimes a good death is what you get. You don't want to.
A good death can be worth more than a good character.
Yeah,
It can, yeah.
and you ruin that when you're like, this character can't die. He's coming back now.
But yeah, so Obito invades Kakashi's mind, and they're both kids for some reason. Not entirely sure why everyone's a kid. And
that makes. What shouldn't they? I don't know. If we're talking about death, wouldn't it be prime of your life? So would they have been?
Obito makes sense as a kid. Kakashi not so much.
Kakashi does not.
That might have to do with his specific mental issues, like, guilt complex, survivor's complex, whatever. It makes sense from a mental
maybe it's just
standpoint,
match
I
Obito or
guess,
something.
but it's still a bit of a stretch.
So yeah, he's like, I'm totally dead, and
Here you go.
we're bringing this shit back because we needed to.
Yeah.
The sixth
What
Hokage needs to
Obito
be
is-
you, Kakashi. Seriously? Are we still doing this? End of the fucking world, people!
Yeah.
This chapter
Yeah,
makes me
so
so
we get
mad.
this- Next page, we get this big splash page of Kakashi with 2 Sharingan eyes, because that makes total sense. Also, he's gonna die. If he can't turn those off, he has to either just shut his eyes, or he's...
Yeah.
Unless he somehow got the
Yeah.
ability to turn them off, but that would be even stupider, because that means it altered his DNA and his physical body, instead of just giving him an ability.
Yeah, one nearly killed him in like a few minutes, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It was like a 25 minute fight. Seemed like.
Hmm.
Uh,
So
that's,
two, he's got like, I don't know. Do you think it's exponential? Well, he used fucking Susanoo, so
Word of God says he's been training with it to improve his stamina with it, and so he can fight with it for longer periods of time.
hmm.
It was hinted he
Bit
slacked
hand-wavy,
off
if you ask me,
really
but
hard after he got out of the Anbu. So I think it's more like chakra control where you can kind of lessen that to a great degree, but he's still using the eye's abilities. It's going to be a massive drain.
Okay, but if we can just move away from the minutia of how they work for just a second, can we just get back to how has he been given these super fucking magic eyes? How did that happen? Where did they come from? That makes no sense.
Ghost Dad.
Because Obito wanted more time to bone Rin, so he controlled his chakra from the afterlife and just shoved it into Kakashi. Like, here,
Because
have
that's
this.
the
Maybe it'll give
kind
you
of
some special eyes.
determination he had to lose his V card. That's the kind of determination you have to have.
yeah.
It's a tough life in the Naruto world, apparently.
Yeah, no one gets any. Jesus.
Alright, so, yeah, they're fighting, and let's do this, guys. We can win.
Yay!
Here's Sage Art, Super Tail Beast, Rasen, Shuriken. I got all the frickin' tail beasts.
I think
Yeah,
that
and
was
he's doing it super big, which is going to make a huge difference in the character they couldn't hit before.
Yeah, we're doing it. It's a nice one.
I actually
No,
kind of like that
really
big
isn't,
splash page
actually.
of all the different Rasengans. That was kind of cool.
It is a good page. I will not lie, it is a good page.
I hate the concept of the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically let's throw more shit at her and hope something sticks.
Pretty much. Alright, after the big
Is
splash.
it more,
then-
does that count as more DACA?
I guess it
Yeah,
does.
pretty much.
And then she does a transformation thing. She gets a 3-eye bunny.
Okay,
You seem so underwhelmed by it.
that's no ordinary rabbit. It's got a
You know,
vicious
you
streak a
mentioned
mile
that-
away.
It did actually hit her. It tore her arm off from the looks of it. So, I mean, I guess it worked on Naruto's part, kind of. Didn't kill her, but
Yeah. All I've got for this fucking rabbit thing is I don't fucking know. Do the Monty Python impression. It's fucking. What do you even say about this?
I don't know.
it's Legion.
It's a giant
effectively.
demon rabbit.
It's a bunny ball. It's a bunny ball.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
Which
I
exploded.
don't want to see
and
the.
then. Yeah.
Chapter 688. Naruto fights the bunny ball.
Pretty much. Yeah.
No, this
that
is more
sounds
just
about
the
right.
introduction of the bunny ball.
Will it keep
Then
expanding?
It explodes outwards.
A
Okay,
new adversary awakens. Bunny ball.
and then he throws a clone at it. Why does he throw?
What?
He like shoulder checks. No, shoulder check. No, a clone shoulder checks him out of the way.
Yeah, it gets Sasuke and Naruto out of the way,
Yeah.
so when the hand hits, it
Alright.
just hits clones.
Yeah, and then in my translation, Naruto says, "Sasuke, avoid the white hands. It'll swallow you up in a second."
Yeah,
Too
that's
fast.
what mine says too.
Yeah. They'll
And then
swallow you up in
Sakura's
an
in
instant,
trouble
and they're
again.
insanely
Would you look at
fast.
that? I'd like to
Because
say
that
this
happens
is
a lot.
surprising, but it's not.
Could we have given her the Sharingan eyes, maybe? I mean, we can just fucking give them out, apparently, so...
Sasuke, avoid the white
I would like to
hands.
see that.
I
Actually,
mean, could-
that
You
would
up.
be pretty
Could
cool.
Obito have given her the one that lets her like phase through attacks? Because that seemed like
Just so she's not in the way anymore.
Mhm.
So people don't have to constantly try to save her.
I feel like frickin' the funniest line in this chapter for me is Sasuke avoid the white hands. It just
I don't know why.
I don't know why, but I just find it hilarious because he needs that specifier of you can just avoid the white hands. You cannot avoid any other hands except for you just gotta you just have to avoid the white hands, nothing else. Like why do you have to call them white hands? Like why can't you just call them giant hands? Why do you need the like? Are there other colors of hands around here that you shouldn't be avoiding?
Anyway,
I don't know. I just find it funny.
we're moving on. So, Kakashi uses Susanoo, and he's,
Looks like
pointless.
Jiraiya,
Why?
actually.
Why did this happen? Fucking... What?
The Susanoo
The
looks like
Susanoo,
Jiraiya.
it looks like
That's what
Jiraiya.
he's saying.
Well, you mention it. Kind of. Yeah, it's pretty true. And, that eye's destiny is to copy the future.
Wait,
What does
what?
that even mean?
What the fuck does that mean?
Where does it say that?
On the last page.
I
I know
part of
that.
what
I
I
mean,
say it says, let's the fate of the eye. Let's rewrite the future.
yeah, that's what
My
mine says.
translation.
It sounds much better.
It does.
I much prefer that
Copy the
one
future.
to
Yes.
this one.
Jesus.
Also, I'd like to point out that I think this is
But
the first
we'll
time
never-
I've ever
not
agreed
knowing
with
Japanese-
Sasuke. He says, "No way, that's impossible."
Yeah. No way that's impossible.
Not being Japanese, we will never know whether that's which version of that line, copy the future or rewrite the future, is correct.
I bet you that it was just like full of grammar errors in the original one. Like probably this one.
Well, it's Japanese. A lot of their stuff can be interpreted multiple ways. It's,
Yeah, but I like to think of it like that. Helps me feel better.
Also, this fan art at the end of it pretty much codifies my entire argument last chapter.
you'll have to link that.
Who
Mine
the
doesn't
fuck
have
cares about being Hokage at this point? That is basically what this image is saying.
I want to be the Hokage.
Not even considering the fact that he is actually stronger than all of the Hokage that came before him. His entire motivation from the start of the series was that he wanted people to acknowledge him. That happened after the pain fight. Why is this still a thing?
To a massive degree, but it's always been kind of steadily growing. But yeah,
I don't know.
I suppose he wanted the world to acknowledge him instead of just the village. But that seems like more
Maybe
arrogance
he's-
than it does wanting to prove yourself.
I don't know.
You better know my
Part of me
name
likes
and
to think
drop
of
a
it as,
comment on your planet or your village.
Part of me is thinking of it as he has already been acknowledged, but now he wants to protect those people, and he can do that best as their leader. I guess.
Can he?
No,
The idiot that
not.
doesn't know anything, that's going to be stuck
He's
behind a
stupid
desk doing
though.
paperwork
He's
for the rest of
stupid
his
though.
life?
He's stupid
Yeah.
though. Remember, we're not dealing with a smart character. Sporadically
go,
smart
finally
character,
loaded.
rather.
But the thing is, he had a perfect role model. He was called Jiraiya, and he also protected the village by running a spy network and fucking shit up wherever he went.
Jiraiya was smarter.
Well, the idea is all
But-
set in his head now. I mean, why turn away from it?
Yeah. He's been spouting crap about it for like the past 688 chapters.
See, this is why I hate stupid characters. Because you can hand-wave stuff like that. You can just say, oh, they don't understand that they've already got what they want.
That's all you can do. Literally, that's all you can do when talking about his goal. You can't put
It's either
doubt
that or be
behind
frustrated
anyone.
about it. So yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, that was a thing. And we have more fan art that's really fucking weird as well on the next page.
What, you mean the car?
Yeah, I don't get that. That's really fucking weird.
Surprise, surprise, weird fan art in the official manga.
Yeah.
Or unofficial.
Cast of Naruto in the fucking Herbie movie, so, you know.
Gosh darn it. Alright.
I loved Herbie when I was a kid, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the Priscilla manga.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Yeah, so that was Naruto fucking 688.
What an adventure that was.
I want it to burn. I want to get every copy of that fucking manga and burn it. Hate!
Can Sasuke just
I'm not
be
even trying to
sterile?
be funny anymore. I
Can we
genuinely
have that
fucking hate it.
realization like at the end of the series where he's like, I'm gonna re whatever the clan now, and then it's like he goes to the doctor for a checkup and you're sterile, you moron. And then the eye dies out forever. It'd be great.
Except now Kakashi is apparently fucking Uchiha for having grown a second eye out of fucking nowhere, so he could do it if he really wanted to.
Do you
Priscilla
really see
manga.
Kakashi having children? I mean, intentionally?
No, but I feel like it'd still happen for the sake of continuing this fucking bullshit nonsense.
Fair enough.
Casey, this Priscilla manga is really cute.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
She's also she's like, if your hero say go up, I'll not let you go back there. And like the little, player characters just run around with the binoculars. And it's like cuddling the tail. And she's like, I'm begging you, go away.
Yeah.
You should probably link that as a downer. Or not a downer, like a chaser, I suppose, to those
Upper?
two.
I'll link the page I found right here.
Yeah, so, that was the analysis segment.
Yeah.
I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Does it look
That's
exactly
just
like
being
the manga
Jeremiah.
chapter 688?
Does it look like the bunny thing?
I hate you all. I hate that we have to do this.
I'm just reading this Priscilla manga and it's the happiest thing ever. She made a bicycle out of the two guys in King Jeremiah.
Yeah. I need to read that again. I need some joy in my life. Joy. Joy.
And this is 1,000 times better than Naruto right now.
Yeah, it is. Alright, so that's the fucking recap bullshit done with. Shit. I mean, never mind, whatever. Fuck it, I don't care anymore.
Analysis.
I don't care. It's done. We're moving on because I can't take any more for this week. So
hit our limit.
we'll be back next week. Yay for you fucking audience, you get to enjoy my suffering. Ah! So, next topic. Fuck.
It's relevant. It's relevant.
It's real
Isn't that
relevant.
funny?
I almost feel bad
So the
for
next topic
suggesting this
is
topic
writing.
now.
Writing around new canon material. So, when the plot of what you're working based on suddenly goes batshit insane, ignores all of its own rules, ignores all of its own character motivations, all of its own internal logic of the series, and decides, what the fuck, I don't care, I just want to end this, and you have to somehow incorporate that shit into your story, what do you do? Ken?
I, for the most part, in this case that I know you're talking about, ignore it.
Good man!
Because
Round
it
of
has-
applause.
because
That
it
is the
has-
right answer.
It has absolutely nothing to do with the point I'm trying to get across in my story anyway. And I really don't feel
How
like...
could this possibly have anything to do with any point anyone is trying to make ever? I'll stop ranting now.
Right. I read a redo fic where it happened after all of this happened, and the guy's solution was keep it vague, keep everything vague until it's actually ended, and you can really give an actual backstory kind of thing.
Mm.
Now, sometimes stuff like the tree thing jumps out, and I find a situation to use it in, like in Shinobi of the High Seas, the Naruto One Piece crossover.
When it no longer matters.
Yeah.
When all of that shit is backstory now.
Yep.
I just handed that to you. I mean, come on. It is essentially the devil fruit or whatever they're called.
No, they're just devil fruits. The two
Oh.
name thing is for the actual individual fruits. Though I feel like there should be a devil fruit. That just makes too much sense to ignore.
There's a gum devil fruit.
Oh yeah, technically it'd be the devil fruit.
Yeah. The triple D.
Oh, I'm making lame jokes, but I need to laugh again. So, new canon material. Waiting until it's finished is a possibility if it's close to finishing. Otherwise, you gotta find a workaround. So either stay vague or pick a specific moment and say this is the truth of the story. So say it was a few years ago and Madara Uchiha was still supposedly the main villain, like when Obito was faking it. Sure, go with that. Madara Uchiha is the worst thing in the world, and that's all we have to go on. Obito is dead, and that's all we need to know, and we can use that and call it an AU fic. Yeah, that's another way you could go about it. Like, just pick a specific moment, and that is the canon of your story.
Like, yeah.
That's how you'd handle
you can
Persona. They keep renaming the protagonists. Yu Narukami or Soji
Yeah.
Seta. They just keep doing that, so just
There's
pick a name
that,
and stick
and
with
there's
it.
yeah, and they also go through and they like added new things with like
Arena added some new stuff,
Yeah.
and now Q is gonna add a new thing where all the characters are together and stuff.
Yeah, in which case you just say screw it, slapping the AU fic on this story. AU title
Q
on this
isn't
story. There you
canon,
go.
actually, I don't think. So it's
Q
not.
isn't
It,
canon.
doesn't
It is
really
canon.
count.
It is.
Oh, it
Or
is?
at least- I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is canon.
I
One
think
of them
it
is
canon, but
non-canon,
I'm
one
not
of the new
100%
games,
sure.
but I don't know which one. I think it might be the dancing one.
What are the new games? I'm pretty sure it'd be the dancing one.
Yeah.
just a thought that maybe the
Probably.
dancing game.
Persona 4, dancing all night.
This
Yeah.
is Persona, so
Though,
you
in fairness,
don't
when
really
one of
know.
your main characters is an idol, it makes sense to have a dancing game.
It does.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah, so, not to mention the fucking updated re-release where they add new stuff to the main story. So many people asked me if I was going to add Marie to fucking Face Every Shadow, and I was like, I don't know anything about this character, and I don't really like her. So,
I should really get caught up on that series. I think I'm like 4 episodes behind.
of what?
The Persona 4 Golden animation.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I was not sold on that character, and now she's growing on me a little bit,
Ah.
I admit. So,
Mm.
but yeah, dealing with new stuff is a pain, and it's something we have to deal with unless you're writing for something that has finished long ago, or very recently.
Or the section of your story is already complete. Like, you're not ever going to run into that kind of stuff.
Also, I now have a sandwich. Oh.
Alright. How did you... What? You didn't leave and make it. How the heck did you get
My
your
mom
hands on a
just
sandwich?
My mom just brought it in. I had no idea she was making me one. Totally.
Casey,
alright.
Casey. The Priscilla manga had them sing the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin. Yeah, I'm not singing that song.
Shut up.
I feel like a swan. No soul stream goes on. You got the lyrics. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Do Viking Vine, the nine Moscow. Oh.
Right then, is that topic
dear
finished?
God.
Or?
Alright. I'm sorry to the listeners. We get
Like,
distracted. But
No, you're not. You're not sorry at all.
yeah, I know, not sorry
Not
at all.
really.
This is entertaining.
You want to check outside? Maybe there's a squirrel running past your window.
Squirrel.
No, there isn't. No, I looked.
Okay.
It's pretty nice out today. Anyways, back to things that actually, yeah. So, change the material, it's easy to just say, you know, if the canon changes the stuff, it's easy to just, boom. You know, this is just an alternate universe stuff that follows by this rules instead of those rules.
Yeah,
Just
that's
slap
the-
that on it.
I mean, this is the kind of thing that kills a lot of fics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It really is.
It
People
is?
stress way too much over it and just, yeah.
I mean, it's easy to just say this is alternate universe, is all you have to say. I mean, you don't have
Like,
to stress over
can you
it.
imagine people trying to write Naruto fics, trying to abide by canon, and then this fucking curveball comes out?
You mean
What the
curveballs?
fuck do you do with this?
Curveballs.
You say
How
it
do you
never
write
happened.
up to? How do you write up to any of the shit that's happened in the last 200 chapters? How do you
You
logically
ignore
write
it.
up to it?
You ignore it.
Yeah, in this specific
literally
example,
the
I
only
think
thing you can
ignoring
do
it
with
is
something
the
like this.
only option. It's just
There's
too
literally
crazy.
nothing else you can do about that. Normally you can explain things away, but sometimes you just have to.
What's really convenient sometimes is something very, very common in shonen specifically, but something that happens other times as well, is time skips. Because that makes an ideal cutoff point for this is what the universe is, and this is what we know about it, and this is where I'm going from. So, say
I have
everything
mixed
before the time
feelings
skip is
about
canon.
time skips.
So you could what I'm saying is, you could just say everything before the time skip is canon. Anything else, just don't even think about it. It's not even worth considering. It's not part of the story.
It makes sense.
It just makes for a convenient point where you can just say, no, done. That's all we're using.
Better than
Alright,
making one
so-
yourself.
My
or-
apologies, audience.
Yeah. So I guess we got this topic pretty much covered.
Pretty much.
That's sort of one last
Yeah.
thing. Don't be afraid to use at least some of the details. You don't need to use all of it. I mean, you can pick and choose. It's your story. Do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
you do have that option.
Hmm.
It is fan fiction, and it is your story that you're writing.
Yeah, canon is definitely not the be-all, end-all. Do whatever
Yeah.
the fuck you want.
It's
You want
malleable.
to use some of it, use some of it. You want to ignore it completely? You're fucking welcome to, especially with not thinking about it. Moving on. So, someone go off on a tangent while I finish this sandwich. I don't want to start the next topic while I'm eating.
This freaking Priscilla manga. It's they sing the Dovahkiin song, and after they sing it, one guy says, "For some reason, my knee hurts now."
You have a problem.
By the way, pretty sure that was written by a Japanese dude. Elder Scrolls apparently popular in Japan. Did not know this.
I guess, yeah.
It's popular everywhere, man. Freaking, like, yeah, it is popular in Japan. They make mods. There's a website with a whole bunch of, like, Japanese mods.
Oh, yeah.
I read
I
the
think,
comments, yeah.
Yeah, I think Oblivion's porn big mod was fucking. Actually, I think it was either Japanese or Russian. I can't remember.
Why is it the first thing you guys say when I mention Japanese mods is porn?
First thing anyone
is
mentions
there
when
something
anyone
else more
mentions
important?
any mods is porn.
Gameplay?
If
Oh,
porn is
Zero.
not your first priority when you think about mods, then I think there's something wrong with you.
A little
Maybe.
bit.
But the reason I got mods was because I could play more of the game, and
It just happens because fucking games are ridiculously chaste. Sex does not exist in video games for the most part. So it's
Yeah,
just kind of
you wanted
natural
to
that there's some
explore more of the
pushback against
game. I
that.
wanted to explore more of the characters, like under their clothes.
Oh, God.
I just had to say it.
I know. What was the first porn mod in a game that actually? Because I want to say it was the San Andreas thing, the Grand Theft Auto
Nope.
San Andreas thing.
That was actually in the game. That wasn't really a mod, it was just someone found the code that was still in the retail copy and just
Do you mean the ones
reactivated it
we
so you could use it
experienced
again.
personally, or like just in general?
Well, I was talking about personally, but
Oh, okay.
that's the first one
I never
remember.
actually played that one, by the way.
I've seen it,
That's
but yeah.
unfortunate. You mean the game or the mod? Because
The mod.
oh,
First one was probably The Sims. I think everyone played The Sims with the fucking sensor removed at some point.
Everyone who played The Sims, I didn't.
Most pointless
I
thing ever,
barely know
but
what
yeah.
The Sims are.
Boring for the most part.
yeah.
Yeah.
You live a life. You live a life, and you try to live a more grandiose life.
By which he means you cheat the fuck out of the system,
Yeah.
get more money and more money and more money and more money until you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
more
Yeah.
money.
To make the most retarded house possible and put the most outrageous shit in it.
More money.
Rosebud, I believe, was the activate cheats code.
More
Or something
money.
like that.
Huh. I think we were getting mods for Oblivion on the computer, and we didn't know about anything about mods really, and so we got a better textures mod, and we were changing armor, and whoop, there's a penis.
Mm.
That was yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
It's a better texture.
Soft.
Ah!
Smooth. Anyway. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we went on a tangent, didn't we? About fucking
Pretty much.
porn mods for some reason.
Because you said don't talk about the next thing.
Well, I was eating, yeah. Sandwich finished. It was good.
I'm
Bully
starving.
for you.
Chicken.
Get something to eat.
I
I'm not
got
gonna-
something to eat and I'm so hungry.
I'm not gonna eat for like 7 more hours.
Alright, so, next topic is... After the... Holy crap, we're an hour and a half already.
Yeah, we
How
are.
did that happen?
Tangents. Lots and lots of tangents.
Yeah, the manga stuff really took up a lot of time this time.
Right.
Understandably
It did.
so. Alright,
After the end.
okay, do we want to do after the end, worst video game you finished, or getting back into it,
Worst video
continuing
game.
a
We
fic?
pushed that off last week. Let's do worst video game. I already got it picked out.
We did. Yeah, we
Alright.
pushed off last week, so we may as well do it.
We also pushed off after the end, but yes.
Alright.
Who
So
wants to go
worst
first?
video game. I got this. The worst video game I ever
Zero's
finished.
got this.
And I gotta tell you guys, I don't typically finish bad video games. I typically don't. I typically
That's what
just
made this
leave
one
them
so
to
hard.
rot.
Yeah.
So I had to think through this, and looking through it, the worst video game I ever finished would have to be Sonic and the Black Knight. Because, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Because it's Sonic with a sword gimmick. Which kind of changes his entire method of attack.
Mm.
We lost Kenshin.
I mean,
it
sure.
seems like.
Yeah, we did, but we're fucking.
Shh,
going.
don't tell people. They'll know that
Alright.
things are falling apart. But
Right.
but like you have the homing attack already, but adding in the sword, like it does make for some interesting terrain things, but boss battles, because you have to duel against other characters, and like Lancelot is freaking Shadow the Hedgehog,
Naturally.
and so the duel, when you duel, it's not 2D, right? It's a weird diagonal 3D type thing where you can only move forward or backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
And like, why would I even need the sword? It's really not necessary.
Yeah, Sonic's attacks pretty much have been proven to, break through steel,
I mean,
which I assume most of the robots are made of. So, why a sword?
Even in this game, I don't even know why you need the sword. Like, it's a game centered around a sword-based mechanic. Like, there's one scene where he goes and jumps to a wall and he sticks the sword in and he slides it down with that. Well, long falls have never really killed Sonic before in these games.
Long falls.
Well, the fall that I was using as an example wasn't that long. Like, they were just trying to find ways to use the sword.
Hmm.
They're just contriving reasons of, he needs a sword for this, he needs a sword for that. Like,
You know what he could use?
Killed off
like a
that whole
boat engine. You imagine how awesome that'd be if you
use a
fought
boat
with a boat engine? Then if you ever fell in the water, you could just get out instead of dying.
That'd be awesome. that would be good. But instead, he's using a sword, which he doesn't need, and the gameplay is really kind of awkward because it's kind of like it was like basically in the same sort of series as Sonic and the Secret Rings, which focused around, equip these power-ups and stuff. And Sonic and the Secret Rings was pretty good. It was had a whole genie type thing, and this one was supposed to be medieval knights.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern with how these games are shitty. They're based around the fucking Wiimote. Just saying.
That's part of it, yes. It really hurts controls.
It does.
I have an already broken system.
But I'm going to blame the concept even more. Because
Do you really think they would have made Sonic sword wielding if they hadn't had that fucking Wiimote that has only been good for using a sword?
I don't know. Probably. I don't even remember if you even
I guarantee you that
you know
game
what?
would not have existed without the Wiimote bullshit.
I don't even know if you really even used the Wiimote to do the sword. Like, I think you might have shaken it, but it really wasn't like.
Yes, you made slashing motions.
Yeah. Gosh darn it. Like, I would mention some other bad games, like say Sonic Unleashed or Final Fantasy 13. But I never beat those games because I really didn't want to. But this game I beat and then I felt bad about.
Sonic Unleashed isn't a bad game. It's a very mediocre game.
The day levels are really nice. It's just
the day levels are great. The night
levels
are passable. Barely passable.
I wouldn't even give them that because it's not just that. Sure, the combos and stuff, the fighting type thing is okay. It's just you made your levels way too long. You made too many of those levels instead of giving it a balance.
Yeah, but if they didn't make those levels long, then it would have been like a 3 or 4 hour game. It was panning.
I don't like when games do that.
It was okay. Could have been much worse.
I can go.
Wait, no.
Nope.
Can I just add one addendum to that?
Okay.
There was another worse game I just remembered that I actually did beat. an even worse game that I just remembered right now at this instant.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Sonic 06. I beat Sonic 06.
You beat that one?
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as people say, but it's pretty bad.
It's not.
It's not worst game of all time,
It's
like
not
everyone
worst
and
game
that
of
fucking
all
dog
time,
says, but
it
it's
wasn't. There were
pretty
some bad times. Some really bad glitches. And long loading times. Alright. That's it for me.
okay. I was going to say Sonic 06 originally.
Yeah, same
I
here.
thought of something worse. Anyone ever play Sonic R?
No.
No, but I've heard the stories.
The Sonic racing game? Yeah. The only thing worthwhile that game did was create the Tails doll. And the
Oh, that's what it's
strangely horrifying mythos that surrounds him. Yes, it is. There was a Tails doll and there was a Knuckles doll. There
Wasn't
were
the-
cheap knockoffs
wasn't-
of Metal Sonic.
I was gonna say, wasn't the Knuckles one Metal Sonic, and then or that version of Knuckles, I suppose, and then Tails was just like an afterthought, kind of.
I believe there was actually a Metal Knuckles at some point, but no, it was also the Knuckles doll, I think, in Sonic R. But yeah, that was bad. Like, the controls were bad. And the levels were bad. And the music was pretty fucking bad.
It was. Music is usually Sonic game's strong point.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
I am
sad.
looking at this game right now, this Sonic R. I am scared.
It's so bad. And not even in the fucking Power Glove style of bad. It's just bad. It's,
The music is nice. It's funky.
the music is sort of a weird Europop sound kind of thing, and
Didn't appeal to you?
it's not what I would call the Sonic style of music. Which admittedly is sort of a butt rock kind of thing, but never mind. I kind of enjoy that, so. Sonic R. No.
Look at all this clipping. Oh.
I
You turn
yeah,
so
it's my turn
slowly in
So,
that game.
so thanks Sonic Gems Collection for bringing me that,
Oh, you had that too?
mm-hmm. That's where I
Uh,
played it.
I never
Sonic
actually
R and
went through
Sonic
all the
the
games
Fighters.
on that. I had one Sonic Collection game. I don't remember which one it was, but I did have one. I didn't play all the games on it, which was kind of sad.
There was Mega Collection, which was all the,
Oh,
actual
yeah, I
games.
had Mega Collection.
And then there was Gems Collection, which was all the Game Gear shit, and the fucking Sonic R and Sonic the Fighters, and I think it actually had Sonic CD on it, which is strange, because that was a good game, but whatever. It was also a game no one played, so I guess it makes sense.
yeah.
Anyway, Slicer, you're up.
Yeah, well, I have an actual answer, but I'm just gonna go with Sonic Riders as my initial answer because, holy god, that game was terrible. Oh man,
I enjoyed it.
the music was great.
Oh,
It was
the
a
characters
weird,
were
dumb concept,
okay, I guess, but it's just the controls were so bad. It made it almost impossible to play. I forget how I even beat it, but I did. It's
It
just-
took some getting used to, the controls did, but
Yeah, my
once you
actual
did, it
answer
was
would
passable,
probably
it was
be,
okay.
a Mass Effect 3. I think I'm gonna go with that.
that is a good shout. Sort of.
It's just, I mean, 3 in specific. It did a lot of things. It was a fun game to play, the early part at least, but it did a lot of bad things to the series, I suppose. Not just story-wise, but like gameplay-wise. There was no exploration. It was kind of real linear.
Yeah. It went from RPG to action very definitively, and the thing about action games is that they wear out their welcome rather quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, within 6 to 12 hours. And that was, what, 20, 25, 30-hour game?
Yeah, it was a full-length Mass Effect game, so it was lengthy.
Yeah.
Just yeah, it didn't feel lengthy, or it did in not a good way.
Yeah. So, it stripped out all the RPG mechanics that allow for longevity, and just replaced them with action. Hey, you're gonna stand behind a chest-high wall and shoot stuff, and then you're gonna move to another chest-high wall and shoot more stuff, and you're gonna move to another chest-high... You get the idea. And that was the entirety of the game, and... while it was competent, it wasn't... Well, one, it wasn't a Mass Effect game, really.
Yeah,
It's hard to call the story anything Mass Effect when all of the fucking canon and universe and characters that they built up, and they just completely forget all of that just to make a weird, nonsensical plot. And then the gameplay is something that's completely devoid of any of the RPG elements that the original Mass Effect had, which was what made it an interesting game in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just Gears of War with a blue glow. And occasionally orange.
Wait, Gears of War has a blue glow, so it's just yeah.
Does it? I thought it had a grey glow.
Oh,
brown.
yeah, their armor has blue trim, I guess. So I was thinking of that.
Does it? Oh, I meant the environments, like blue and red are the things that they always have in Mass Effect. Now. They used to have green. I remember having green. Green was nice. I miss green.
Green is Fallout color, so of course I love it.
I miss
Well,
green.
it's more of a radioactive green, but still.
Radioactive. Radioactive.
Anyway. Thanks for that, Zero.
You're welcome.
Ken,
All
what have
right.
you got for us?
I'm gonna think outside the box and throw something that's not a Sonic game for once.
Good for you.
And I'm gonna go with the worst giant robot game I have ever played in my entire life. I finally figured out the name of that stupid game, Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire, for the
Okay.
PlayStation 3. And it was one of the first PlayStation 3 games I ended up getting because it came out back around 2006, I think. That fucking game. Alright, first of all, it doesn't even explain itself how to play itself. There's no tutorial, which I guess is kind of forgivable. But it looked like... It didn't look like a... PlayStation 3 games looked better than that game. That game looked like it shouldn't have even been on PlayStation 2. Really. Well, that's a little too harsh. That's a little too harsh. PlayStation 2 game, it looked like a PlayStation 2 game. The
2006, it probably should look like a PlayStation 2 game, in absolute fairness.
Yeah. The
Okay,
environment...
I'm looking at this game right now. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Ken.
But that's not even the worst part, because fighting was horrible. The one thing that should have been good at. Your Gundam... What do you think you should play as in a Gundam game?
Well, a Gundam, naturally.
A Gundam?
What do you think of?
Well, I haven't seen much Gundam. I only know 00, so...
A white
You
and blue
expect to be at
robot
least
shooting at other robots.
Well, here's the thing. It wasn't... Like, it was so clunky. You could barely move. You had squad with you, but they were pretty much worthless. When the fights actually started, your dudes were all looking in the wrong direction. They were stuck behind walls and shit. It was awful. And another thing is, you had to like find people and lock onto them and stuff. And when they'd move, like they move out of your range and everything. I mean, locking on people's okay and everything, but the enemies would have thrusters and stuff, so they could actually move out of your lock-on range and shit, which is just fine. But they didn't have to lock onto you again after they moved and
So they could
everything.
just keep shooting you?
They'd move out of your line of sight. Yeah, they could just keep shooting you. There was no cover system. There was no defense system. And when you were surrounded, panning that fucking camera to just find something was awful. I don't know why I stuck. I don't know why I stuck through playing that game. But all I know is that after I did, I went running, kicking and screaming back to Armored Core. I love Armored Core so much. It's like I cheated on Armored Core with Mobile Suit Gundam, and only during the course of that relationship did I realize how much I truly love Armored Core. Yeah.
That's an
a beautiful
analogy.
story.
Don't play this game. Don't look at gameplay of this game. Just-
I am looking at gameplay.
Also,
of this
don't cheat on
game.
your girlfriend. That's probably a bad idea too.
I'm looking at this game and it looks horrible. I don't know how you managed to play this game.
It was because I had just gotten a PlayStation 3 and I didn't have that much for it at the time.
I have 2 games for my
2006.
PS3,
It was
so I
down
can
on
relate to that.
Motorstorm.
Alright. What are we on?
And we're on to recommendations, I guess, because that's that topic done.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend Guardians of the Galaxy. Quick movie recommendation because it is a lot of fun. It feels like an old sci-fi movie, and which is good. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and I like that. I also kind of want to throw out a pre-recommendation. Go pre-order Hyrule Warriors, because freaking Ganondorf has the best hair ever.
You know, I was gonna compliment you for deciding to add something else besides one of the top-grossing movies of the fucking opening weekend, but yeah. Then you say fucking Hyrule Warriors that everyone that wants to play that game has already pre-ordered at $0. We don't need to worry about that.
Ganondorf has the best hair. Just look at that trailer, because he has Super Saiyan 3. Has some Super Saiyan 3 hair.
Super Saiyan hair is retarded, though. That's not a selling point.
I know, but it looks awesome though. It looks awesome on Ganondorf because he uses 2 broadswords, like two giant, like he uses two-handed swords, but with like one in each hand. Like he uses, I can't remember the correct word, but he uses 2 big swords.
Bastard swords?
Okay,
I don't know.
see, this is what happens when you play Dark Souls. You start analyzing the bullshit like that, and you think, no.
He's wearing the golden gauntlets from Legend of Zelda, though. The golden gauntlets give you superhuman strength. Boom.
That's nice, but counterbalance is still a thing, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it
yeah,
really?
like-
Yeah, no matter
the
how
big
strong
swords,
you
they
are,
have weight.
eventually you are not as heavy as that thing, so it's going to drop.
I don't even know if they're big two-handed swords. I don't even know what the swords they are. They're just 2 big swords, and they look nice for stabbing people. I'll just watch the trailer. It's good. You can play as like freaking 3 of the. You can play as the Zelda villains in that game. Freaking Girahim and Zant and the dwarf.
The
So-
dwarf.
Yeah, the dwarf.
Can you kill Link?
I assume so, yes.
Presumably, yes. Because Dynasty Wars apparently has a whole villain storyline thing. So, presumably you can kill Link
Dynasty Warriors doesn't have a villain.
thing. But you can play as the villains. Rather.
Other
In some
factions.
games.
Because they're
I
not
don't
really
Other factions.
everyone's
Yeah.
Well,
morality.
there's the 3 factions, and then there's the 4th one that you can play sometimes, which is kind of in the future. And I think in 8 Legends Complete Edition, you get to play as Lubu. That's about it.
Nah. Well, I don't know. That's what people in the videos have been saying. I haven't played Dynasty Warriors. So, yeah, you can play as Zelda villains. Yay! You can, do stuff. So, pre-order that. Go ahead, do it.
If you have
I
a
don't
Wii
even care
U,
if it's a
anyway.
bad game anymore. You have a Wii U. Yeah, I don't even care if it's a bad name anymore. I don't play as Ganon. I was playing Ganondorf, and I want to go Dorf it up. All right,
Did you
that's me.
seriously
I'm
It
done.
up?
dwarf it up?
Dwarf some stuff up, man.
I feel like I should know someone named Dorf.
I feel like everybody should know somebody named Dwarf.
I should.
No, I feel like I do, but I can't think of who it is. Maybe I'm thinking of Dolph Lundgren.
That was what my first thought when I heard dwarf.
Yeah. If he dies, he dies. Anyway. Rocky 4 was so stupid. It was awesome.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah. I guess we're done. We're at, like one. Oh wait, we're still doing recommendations. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Zero just went on for fucking ages. Slicer.
I have one this week, and it's not mind scarring. I think somebody may have recommended this one
Yay,
already
because-
anyway, but Sekirei Guardian of
Last
the
week
North.
was
It just
something.
updated recently. It's basically Sekirei if Minato wasn't a spineless bitch.
Okay,
Yeah, I like those stories.
I am going to look
That's
this
that's
up.
basically it. I do actually like Sekirei, despite how stupid it is in some respects. I just shut my brain off.
I
so-
don't. I don't. But if the fanfiction can actually fix a lot of its problems, then I'm down with it.
Usually, yeah. If I remember right, he does take the bond very seriously. So, yes. It fixes at least some of the problems in that respect.
Okay, so cool.
Shit, I left two things
Ken,
out of my
you got one?
what I did this week.
Yeah, I got one.
Note them down. You can do them next week.
I am going to tentatively recommend the story Naruto: The Gamer Files by Max Fick.
Oh god, another one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still take credit for it, but Jesus.
This one uses the rules, basically gives Naruto the rules of the powers of from the like Korean manga The Gamer.
Yeah, this is.
That one.
It's basically the same as the Naruto the Gamer, I guess. Which was another one that did exactly the same thing. Yeah.
I haven't read that one though.
I
pretty
recommended
much-
it, so it should be in the links somewhere.
Huh. Yeah, I should look for it. I will probably look for that. Anyway,
I
if
can't remember whether it was any good. Sorry.
there's really not much to explain about it. You've all seen these gamer fix by now.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of everywhere now, actually. Mine's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you don't update.
But I can still say I was early enough to be an innovator. Thank you very much. I'm not Chibi Reaper or anything, but still, something.
Yeah, you don't have to. You when you come up with an idea, you don't have to keep innovating it. You came up with it, apparently, allegedly.
According to some people,
Huh?
maybe.
Anyway,
According to some people.
I have no idea what you're even saying at this point. So, my recommendation is What's my recommendation? See, I have one, but I don't know whether I want to do that one.
What are you saving it for?
Uh, okay. I'm going to recommend A Boon for Bill. It is a Harry Potter story. Starts just at the beginning of book 6, and basically it's centered around somewhat raunchy comedy, more than anything else. So, what was the plot? I forget what the original plot was because it's been going on for quite a while. Bill wants to marry Fleur, but he can't for some reason. Right, she owes Harry a debt or something because of the whole lake thing and whatever from book 4. So,
Right.
they make an agreement and stuff happens, and long story short, it ends up with Harry, Hermione, Bill, and Fleur trying to get out from the Weasleys' thumb and their pseudo-Victorian ideas of what's proper, and it gets really out of hand really quickly. But it's pretty funny, pretty entertaining. It does not at any point cross over into smut, really. Just a little bit of raunch, to use that word again, because I can't think of another one.
Well, that's kind of a shame. I was
Debauchery?
tempted to read it. Now I'm not. No, I'm kidding. But I might check that one out. It's actually written by a guy on one of the fanfiction Yahoo groups I frequent. So I've never really been particularly tempted to, I don't know, check it out. Because of the premise sounded kind of,
Yeah.
eh. I don't think, it was when
pretty
he was
good.
writing the first chapter, so he didn't pitch it very well, I guess. If I remember right.
It's grown a great deal. It's definitely worth giving a look, at least. So,
Yeah, it's normal.
and I guess we're done. 2 hours, Jesus Christ. Alright, and I would like to thank everybody for
That's a
listening to
normal
Fandom Flux
episode
Podcast
length.
episode 47. Pretty much, but we only got like one topic or two topics done.
Right.
That Naruto, dude. That
Well,
Naruto.
you
Anyway.
weren't so easily offended by the content you read in Naruto.
Easily offended.
Yeah, grow a backbone, dude.
Okay. I may not be a professional, but I do write occasionally, and I do have some standards of what I consider a quality storytelling attempt. This stopped being that, like, I don't even know when it stopped being that, because I only started reading it after it stopped being that. All I have seen of the Naruto manga
It's okay,
is
Casey.
the terrible,
okay.
terrible ending.
Yeah.
Finish the outro.
It's okay. We're all here with
I
you.
made you. I made him completely break the outro just to go on that mini rant, and I'm pretty sure he has more.
I'm done. If I continue, we'll go on for too long. So, thank you, 47. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the Blogspot page, the comments, or our own personal profiles on fanfiction.net, or the
Rah.
YouTube channel through the comments. Thank you, Tongue, for not
Believe
screwing
it.
that up so badly. Once
That
again,
was
I'd like
an
to thank
interesting
everybody for listening to Fandom Flux Podcast episode 47. Bye now.
See ya.
Bye. Believe it.
Penis.